I love traveling the world and trying and seeing new dishes. The dish I'm making today really fascinates me for its incredible health benefits and also, of course, its beautiful nutritional taste as well. Samgyetang is an iconic Korean soup, and it probably dates back to the 1500s or maybe even earlier, and it translates into a chicken and ginseng soup. But far from being just a soup, it's a deeply symbolic dish that just reflects the Korean approach to food as a medicine. I suppose if you had to compare it to the dish in the United States, it would be the chicken noodle soup, everybody's favorite. You know, that's our comfort soup. That's the one we turn to when someone's feeling a little under the weather, not well. Or, you know, it's a cold winter's day and we want something soothing and comforting. But what surprised me, and may surprise you at home, is that this soup is actually eaten in the hottest days of the year in Korea. It's so strange that on a really, really hot day, they would make this chicken soup. The reason for that is that as you're sweating and it's so hot and humid during the summer in Korea, this actually replenishes the body, and you have the beautiful ingredients that make you feel strong and much stronger again. And the saying in Korea is fight heat with heat. I don't know what that translates to in Korean, but we'll stick with fight heat with heat. In the recipe we use sweet rice, and the sweet rice you actually soak in water for about an hour, some say several hours, and that helps ensure it cooks properly and you don't get sort of, you know, gritty pieces of rice in there. If you're in a rush, you don't have to soak it. Trust me, it works. It works as well, I think. And again with the rice, don't use basmati, jasmine. It'll fall apart and break apart in the long cooking process. You want either the sweet rice or you want something, arborio rice would work in there. Any of the short grain rices, the richer, stronger rice. Then also I've got some garlic cloves, and I don't crunch them, mash them up, crush them. No need to, they go in whole. And then I've got some jujubes there. Look at those, aren't they fantastic? These are Chinese red dates. And then I've got some green onions. I'm using the base, or spring onions across the pond. And I'm using the base, and I've actually chopped, finely diced the tops, because I'm going to use those for garnish. I've also got some fresh ginger in there as well. And there's no need to peel it, because the fresh ginger we're not actually going to eat. And then the pièce de résistance is the beautiful ginseng. And I've got some ginseng there. I've actually just sliced this in half because it was a big piece. So that's going to go in there as well. And each one of these ingredients adds this incredible nutrition, like superfoods to this incredible soup. So we start off with our little chicken, and I'm using a Cornish Game Hen, and I've trimmed off the little wing parts on there, and I've also trimmed off the fat around here. We don't want it too fatty. And then I can take my rice and put some into the cavity, and as this cooks, this goes all glutinous and really mushy, and it becomes soft and creamy. And then into there I'm going to put some garlic cloves, not all of them, just a few. We don't want to fill it up too much, we need room for the rice to expand in there. Once you've got the garlic in there and the rice in there, I'm going to put a piece of ginger in there too. Then we need to either tie the two legs together, or underneath that first bone there we can just make a little slit, and then we can just push, and that just seals it all in nicely, and that will cook and give us all that beautiful flavour. Next it's going into a nice pan with a lid that just fits perfect on there, and then I'm going to put some of my jujubes into there. As I said, Chinese red dates. You can eat them dried as they are, or once they go in the pan there and they cook, they're super nice. They have a little stone in the middle, so be careful of that. Don't put more than 2 in there because it tends to colour the broth really brown, and we want it nice and clear. Then I've got my leftover rice, which I'm actually going to put down the side. And the rice actually helps thicken the soup a little bit. Of course, some garlic, the rest of my garlic in there as well. Then I'll drop my green onions in, the rest of my ginger, and the beautiful ginseng. We can eat the ginseng, we eat the whole ginseng, but the ginseng goes in. Ginseng's known for its medicinal benefits, including boosting energy and helping the immune system. So that's pretty much it. The only other thing we need is some water, some cold water. So I'm using about 5 or 6 cups of water in there, cold water. And we don't have to actually cover completely the whole Cornish game hen, the whole chicken, because we put a lid on the top, and as it steams, that cooks the whole chicken. The smell is amazing. Now, you probably noticed that I've not put any salt in there or pepper. That's always added at the end. It's going to cook on the stove for about an hour. We bring it to the boil and then let it simmer for about 45 minutes to an hour. And we don't want to make it too salty by boiling away. We don't need to add more water, just keep the lid on and just let it sit there and simmer away. And the smell through the kitchen is incredible. Once the chicken is cooked, then we carefully lift it out of the pan and into our serving dish. Now, it's 1 chicken per person when you're eating this one, and it's well worth it because it tastes amazing. And don't forget all the other goodies in there too, the little ginseng and the jujubes. It smells incredible already. It's been simmering away for an hour in the pot, and all of the ingredients are cooked. Look at those jujubes, how they've swollen up there. Just be careful with the stone inside. We just finish it with the green onions sprinkled over the top. Serve it with some kimchi and a little soy sauce with some chopped onion and chili in there. Some salt and pepper too. You can season it to your preferred taste. Remember, we didn't put salt and pepper in at the beginning. All of the ingredients you can buy from your local Korean store. If you don't have one nearby, then buy your Cornish Game Hen, any good grocery store. And then I'll put a link in the description where you can actually purchase a pack of the dried jujubes and the ginseng and all the other nutritional ingredients, and then you just drop that into your water and boil away. So you can make this at home, there's no excuse. Smells incredible. If you like the dish, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the description below. How do you make your Samgyetang? How do you make yours at home? I know I'm going to get ripped to pieces. Look, I'm not Korean. This is my version of it. And this on its own just looks amazing, tastes amazing. It impresses your friends. And imagine just cooking 4 of these or so for the whole family coming over and putting them on the table. Talking too much. Let's cut into it and see what it's like. Look at that gorgeous cooked chicken in there. And you can pull those little pieces out. Look at that. And then a little kimchi. It's so good. And it's so healthy too. Can you eat a whole one? I know I could. See you again soon.